Long time no see. Welcome back to Gray Matter. This is a monovlog. It's not a monologue. It's not a vlog. It's not a podcast. It's a monovlog. Yeah, quote me on that. Today we're going to dive into integrity. That's the topic of discussion. And I want to know how you feel about it. How are you feeling right now? Has integrity been lost? Does integrity even exist anymore? What are your thoughts? Drop them in the comments. And don't forget to hit the like button because I know other people definitely want to get a load of this. So let's start with the definition. Simple as that. We'll start with Google's definition and then we'll go to Merriam-Webster just to keep it interesting. So Google has about 4 iterations. It has only 2 bullet points listed, but 4 iterations. So I'll read the first one. Integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. Moral uprightness. Number 2, the state of being whole and undivided. There's 2 bullet points under. The condition of being unified, unimpaired, or sound in construction. Internal consistency or lack of corruption in electronic data. According to Merriam-Webster, integrity, the noun, is firm adherence to a code of especially moral or artistic values, incorruptibility. Number 2, an unimpaired condition, soundness. Number 3, the quality or state of being complete or undivided, completeness. With those definitions that you've heard, do you resonate? Do you feel like you uphold integrity? That you move day to day with integrity? I know we're human. We all have that flaw of being human. And at the same time, we're all working. So no judgment here. This is just a moment for you to reflect, as well as myself, on how we want to move. Because I feel like, personally, we live and move throughout this world or this realm as we see ourselves, as comfortable as we are in the present moment. As much as we trust ourselves, we trust others. As much as we've been hurt, we hurt others. That's just kind of how it is. As open as we are with ourselves, that's as open as we may be with others. And it may be the opposite, but we all want what we can give. And sometimes we want even more than we can give. Let's dive into the benefits of upholding integrity. Has integrity been lost? Let's talk about it. So I would say there are about 7 benefits to upholding integrity, and we all need them, honestly, in my opinion. The first being dependability, trust. It builds that. Number 2, wholeness, that completeness that the definition was talking about. Number 3, openness. Number 4, willingness. Number 5, happiness. And in the realm of happiness, there's high self-esteem, confidence, strong sense of self. Number 6, it motivates social action, establishes community. And number 7, it teaches accountability and responsibility. Out of these things, do you resonate with any of them? Do you see a purpose in upholding integrity? In my experience, I have to say that a part of integrity, hearing these benefits out loud, saying them out loud, they have to do with how you were raised, what moral code you follow based off of what you were taught. And if you want to learn more, or if you want to just lead with that. So let's dive into number 1, dependability, trust. We all want people around us who we can trust. We don't like being lied to, but we also do the lying sometimes. It's kind of funny. We want people that we can trust and establish a certain repertoire with, a certain sense of community, that I scratch your back, you scratch mine. The world could use a little more of that. But to be dependable is to be able to be there, to show up, to put that pride aside when you're going through the fire because someone needs you. To put that pride aside when it comes to, should I give them this or should I give them that? To be selfless. And that's not to say don't be selfish in moments where you need to be, but to have a little more selflessness, a little more humanity, feeling for others, empathy, feeling for others. With integrity, it offers dependability. It offers resources to you that not only when you move in integrity, it can inspire others to move in integrity, others to change the way that they see the world because of the hurt that they've lived in. I don't want to live in anyone's hell. I really don't. So leading with love is always a good start. Number 2, wholeness. And that ties into the stronger sense of self, the confidence. How many of you guys feel whole? Let's just be real. Do you feel whole? Do you feel like your cup is full and you're all good? Do you feel whole? Do you feel like you could use some more confidence, some more, just some more oomph, some more pep in your step, some more moxie? Do you feel like you could use some more of that? Have you been being honest with yourself? Have you been following the principles that you stand by? Do you stand by principles? Are you questioning what you stand by? These are great questions to ask yourself because so many people have lost themselves. So many people have taken themselves out of the equation that is this big world because they feel so lost, so empty, so incomplete. Wholeness is open to you at any time. At any time you want it, it's open to you. You are surrounded by everything that you could ever need. Moving in integrity offers wholeness. When you're honest with yourself and you're able to be honest just with who you are, that already levels up your self-esteem, your confidence. But it takes being honest and standing by something to get to that feeling of wholeness. Why some people are so unbothered, because they don't feel that they have to do this or do that to prove themselves. They don't feel that they have to have this to be complete. They don't feel, and even if they feel that, they trust, they understand and know that whatever that is, if it's not inside of them, it's not going to change what they want to change. It's not going to fix what they want to fix. If you feel broken, the only way to start mending and tending to your wounds is to actually be honest and get up in there. Not only being honest with yourself when the world or you feel like the universe is punishing you. No. Being honest as often as you can. Because then nobody can tell you nothing because you know yourself and you understand your flaws. You understand that they make you so, so beautiful. You understand that you are whole. You were born whole, you were made whole, and you will always be whole, even if you don't feel like it. Number 3 is openness. With integrity, there's honesty, right? And that allows for openness, which ties into number 4. I kind of want to talk about them both. Openness is number 3, and number 4 is willingness to hear the truth. When you are able to sit with the truth, that's probably one of the top 5 fears of humans, is hearing the truth, accepting the truth, embracing the truth. And not the truth that, okay, I look so beautiful. That's honest. Okay, that's great. But the truth that is, I'm this tall. This is who I am. Some truths you can't change. And you just have to accept that. There are some truths that you can. But willingness to hear and accept the truth that you can't change, and embrace it and walk in it little by little. Crawl till you walk, till you run, till you sprint. It allows you to be open when you're moving in integrity, when you're moving in who you are, regardless of what anyone else is doing. It is so easy to copy. It is so easy to pretend. And we see it all the time. More and more in the media, in the news, we're seeing our favorite celebrities being exposed for being human, being exposed for X, Y, and Z, for things that they've done that shows that they are just like us. They are on the equal playing field. They do not need to be put up on this pedestal. And a lot of times, people don't like it. The celebrities, the famous people don't like being put so high. But they understand that that's a part of their life. So the ability to be open, have openness, and willingness to hear the truth, those are what you gain by moving in integrity, by being who you are. Because who you are is enough. Who you are is enough and will always be enough. Number 5, according to the United Nations, happiness is associated with integrity. Let me pull up this article for you guys and dive into it. Here, I'll read. Why integrity matters. Integrity is linked with happiness, high self-esteem, confidence, and a strong sense of self. These characteristics can help children and youth resist pressure to engage in risky behaviors. It goes on to talk about more things, but the fact that integrity is linked with happiness, truth is linked with happiness, when you embrace your truth, when you're honest with yourself and you're able to be honest with yourself, you're able to be honest with other people, you'll start seeing more honesty show up around you. You have to be the change that you want to see. And I know that sounds so corny and cookie cutter, but you have to show up and exist and embody who you want to be. Who you want to be. And if you're embodying who you want to be, that is who you will become. That is who you are. And even if there's nobody you want to be, or no things that you want to aspire to characteristics that you want to embody. I can't speak right now. But even if you're not looking to change who you are, embrace who you are and be who you are. People respect honesty. People respect integrity. There are some rising artists and celebrities like, for example, Ice Spice or Sexy Red that are so themselves. People cannot, whether you hate or anything, you cannot even hate on them because they are so themselves. It allows them to be unbothered. And that is such a beautiful thing, to see people just being themselves and being praised for it. That's how we all should aspire to move. It's just by being ourselves and people being shocked and amazed and in awe that just by being us is enough to turn heads, is enough to sell out a stadium, is enough. The article continues and it talks about social action. Remember how in the first benefit, dependability and trust, the building the sense of community, it motivates social action. It allows for you to have space to help others. When you're being honest with yourself, you're moving and you're embracing who you are. You're moving and doing what you say you're going to do. That opens space for you to help other people, for you to establish community, for you to sustain community and allow truth to reside and align, to resonate. Because how can you crave truth and honesty if you can't even have that for yourself? You can't even hear that for yourself. We have to be what we want. We have to give what we want so that it comes back to us tenfold, so that it is able to mirror and reflect into our lives. Because if we're able to deal with our truths and embrace our truths, you will stop taking lies and BS, quite frankly, because you have no tolerance for it. If you don't have any tolerance for it in your system, in your body, in your home, you're not going to allow anything that is untrue to keep moving around you. And that's just the truth. And that way you'll create this beautiful foundation of social harmony and have healthy conversations, healthy relationships, a healthy essence of community and family, and being able to actually see what it's like to show up for someone and have them show up for you just because of who you are. I was listening to this country song, and was called Standing Room Only. And I was like, what is that title? But then when I listened to the song, it said, I want to live a life so when I die, there's standing room only. And that resonated with me. Super heavy, because living a full life, to me, is walking in who you are and just spreading love. And if you can move with love in this world, you have to acknowledge how sexy of you that is. If you can move with love and lead with love throughout all the hurt and the heartbreak and the suffering that you've gone through, that is being human, you've won it all. You've won it all. You hold the greatest treasure that there is. The last benefit that we're going to dive into is it teaches accountability and responsibility. So this is so important on so many levels, especially when it comes to children, right? They mirror what they see. So if, let's say, you have a child or you have a niece or a nephew or your neighbors have kids and they see you lie, it's a little white lie. They go and they practice it and they mirror it and they echo it and they think it's okay. Just as you are an example of greatness, you can be an example of other things too. You have to move as if younger you was watching. Because somebody's looking up to you. Whether you believe it or not, somebody's looking up to you to be their role model or to be someone that they can come to. Think of all the things that you wish you had or that you crave right now. Maybe you want a close friend. Maybe you want this. Are you offering that? Can you offer that? And that doesn't mean you're lesser than. That doesn't mean that you can never be that or embody that. No. You just see where if you want to do work, there's work to do. If you're already there, great. That's awesome. But we're all working. We're all improving. And be where you are. It's easier to be where you are than try to keep disappointing yourself and being like, why am I not this way? Everything is up to you. But when it comes to teaching accountability and responsibility through integrity, how you show up can show other people how to show up for you, can show other people what you tolerate. You don't realize because you think, oh, it's just me. But we're all put on this planet moving in accordance with energy, right? And so somebody who's maybe in tune, not in tune, they see your energy. They see that you're not honest with yourself. So they're not going to give you honesty. They see that you're not doing what you say you're doing. So they're not going to be dependable. It teaches accountability because when you say, I'm going to do something and you do it, that means you're moving in integrity. That means people will see you and say, she does what she says she's going to do, or he does what he says he's going to do, and they're going to respect you more. That's number 8, I guess. Number 8 is respect. It teaches accountability, responsibility, and it offers respect. When you are honest and when you are reliable, you have better relationships. A better relationship with yourself, a better relationship with your family, a better relationship with your partner. It offers so many benefits. But the biggest benefit is just feeling whole within yourself. All of these things correlate to you just being honest with yourself. And you don't have to be brutally honest. It doesn't have to be a quick, cold cut, cold turkey. Just, okay, I'm going to go from not telling myself the truth to boom, the hardest truth. No, you can dive in page by page, bit by bit, dip your toe in, because acknowledging and being able to embrace the truth is not easy. It is not always easy. But over time, we grow, we learn, we change. And in this process of moving through integrity, you start to realize how much grace is an important part of life. How much we need grace. How much grace has to offer. How much compassion has to offer. But it's all up to you. Maybe you want someone who's dependable. Maybe you want to be around people that are confident. Maybe you want to be around people that are happy. And you're wondering, how? Why? Integrity matters. Integrity is for yourself. But as it is for yourself, we have to be the change that we want to see. So by you working on yourself, by you being honest with yourself, you start to be honest with other people. And then you might get met with people who aren't ready to hear it, which is okay, but everyone respects honesty. They may not like it. It tastes bad. The truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. I love that saying because it's so true. You know, someone could tell me about myself and I'll be like, no, that's not true. But let it sit with me for a day, for 2 days. You ever realize when you get angry about something, you're like, oh, it's so angry. It only triggers you if there is some truth to it. I stand by that. The only way something can hurt you, the only way something can resonate is if there's even an ounce of truth to it. If you even believe it, the slightest. Someone could call you ugly. And if you 1,000% do not feel that you are ugly, it's going to roll off your shoulders. But if there's even an inch, a little bit within you that feels that you are ugly, it's going to hurt like a ton of bricks. So the best thing we can do is be honest with ourselves. And to answer my question, does integrity exist anymore? Has integrity been lost? I want to know your answer. I'd say for me, it does still exist. And I pray that it does in this world. I pray that there are people who still believe in integrity. I pray for themselves, not even for me, for themselves. Because as beautiful as delusion can be, because it factors on faith and belief, that essence of faith that lies within delusion can be brought into integrity. It doesn't always have to mean, okay, because you're moving in integrity, it's only realism. You only have to be realistic. No, you can have faith and do the things you say you're going to do. There are plenty of people who have been on the come up or who have came up, per se, by making a plan and doing everything they say they're going to do. That's integrity. That's integrity. Think about someone that you look up to, your favorite celebrity. When they do the things that they say they're going to do, when they have the shows and they show up on time and you respect them so much more. You don't like when your favorite artist doesn't show up on time, when they're rude, no. We all want people who move in integrity, who feel honest, who feel trustworthy, who feel open, who feel happy, who feel confident. But we have to be that for ourselves. We have to start with that at home. So that way it can carry over. Carry over like a domino effect. Like bowling pins. You hit one, the other one hits the other one, and they fall down. We stand together. So I hope this video brought you some sort of calm. Until the next time, this is my gray matter. Drop a comment below so I can hear more about yours. I'll see you on the flip.